In the heart of a forgotten village nestled between misty hills and rolling fields, there was a forest unlike any other. Known to the locals as the Whispering Forest, it was a place of ancient trees so dense that sunlight barely kissed the forest floor. For centuries, villagers avoided it, passing down fearful tales about the voices that echoed among the leaves at twilight, whispers that called out the names of those who dared to wander near. One autumn evening, Clara, a young writer hungry for a new story, arrived in the village. She had heard the legends, but dismissed them as superstition. To Clara, the forest was a mystery, begging to be solved. She rented a small cabin near the edge of the woods, determined to spend a week exploring the dark heart of the forest and recording her experiences. The first day was quiet, almost serene. But as the sun dipped below the horizon, the whispering began. At first, Clara thought it was the wind rustling the leaves, but soon the sounds took on a strange, almost human quality. Voices, faint and indistinct, murmuring just beyond comprehension. Intrigued rather than frightened, Clara set out deeper into the forest the next day, equipped with a notebook and a small lantern. She walked for hours, noting strange symbols carved into tree bark, spirals, eyes, and hands reaching upward. Birds fell silent as she passed, and the usual sounds of woodland creatures vanished. When twilight arrived, the whispers grew louder, now clearly voices calling her name. Clara felt a cold hand grip her heart, but she pressed on, curiosity overcoming fear. Near the center of the forest, she discovered an ancient stone altar, cracked and overgrown with moss. The carvings on its surface pulsed faintly under her lantern's glow, as if alive. She reached out to touch it, and the whispers surged into a chorus of urgent pleas and warnings. Suddenly, the ground trembled beneath her feet. The shadows around the altar thickened and coalesced into humanoid shapes, cloaked figures with hollow faces and glowing eyes. They spoke in a language Clara couldn't understand, but their intent was clear. The forest wanted her. Panicking, Clara fled, branches clawing at her skin, the voices chasing her through the twisting paths. When she broke through the trees, dawn was just breaking, and the village lay peaceful and unaware of the horrors lurking nearby. That night, Clara's dreams were filled with shadowy figures beckoning her back. She awoke to find strange markings on her arms, the same symbols from the forest. Days passed, but the whispers never left her mind, growing louder with each passing night. Determined to break free, Clara sought the village elder, an old woman named Miriam, who was said to know the forest's secrets. Miriam warned Clara that the forest was a prison for lost souls, trapped centuries ago by a dark ritual gone wrong. The altar was the heart of that curse, a portal between the living world and a shadow realm where restless spirits roamed. To escape the forest's grasp, Clara had to destroy the altar, but doing so would awaken the spirits fully, releasing them upon the world. Faced with an impossible choice, Clara prepared herself for a final journey into the woods, armed with sacred herbs, the knife blessed by the elder. As she approached the altar once more, the shadows rose to block her path, their whispers a deafening roar. With trembling hands, Clara plunged the knife into the altar's heart. The ground cracked open, and a blinding light spilled forth, swallowing the forest in silence. When Clara awoke, she was lying at the forest's edge. The whispers were gone, the shadows vanished. The villagers celebrated the end of the curse, But Clara knew better. The forest had changed her forever. At night, when the wind was just right, she could still hear faint whispers calling her name, reminding her that some darkness never truly fades.